Okay, today is Wednesday, June 2nd, and there's a nice little waterfall. We are headed northbound just out of Spivey Gap. I did not do much recording yesterday for two reasons. One, I'd lost somehow the cable to charge this camera, and I was able to get a new one at Walmart last night, very overpriced, and I've got another one coming because I wasn't sure in my next package. But yesterday was interesting. The night before, Ricky realized her air mattress was losing air. It had a slow leak. It took about an hour and a half to completely deflate to the point where she was on the floor. So she blew it up again. It happened again, as slow leaks will. And as we were walking, formulated a plan to get a ride to do an overnighter in a hostel, get to Walmart, and try and fix the mattress would be plan one, because that's a hell of a lot cheaper than buying a new one, because these aren't the cheap ones. So with that in mind, scheduled a shuttle for 1 o'clock, and the person providing the shuttle was kind of adamant about being there right on time. Don't be late. So we very diligently just walked as fast as we could all morning and all day till 1 o'clock. Then we both got there. She got there about 15 minutes ahead of time. I got there about 3 or 4 minutes ahead of time. So we were there, and we waited, and we waited, and it was comical for 10 or 15 minutes. Then it wasn't so funny anymore. At 1:30, we started looking for alternative modes of transportation, but as you might guess, there is no phone signal at Spivey Gap. So what happened then? Well, I turned to the trusty Garmin satellite communicator, which evidently it did work, but it is not ideal at all. For one, I had to do the message broken up, because you can only do 160 characters. So, and there's a time difference between part 1 and part 2 of the message. So you do wonder if they got part 1 and it was like, huh? I sent it to my wife because it wasn't the complete message. And then I sent part 2. It did take about 2 minutes more to get there. She got the whole message and started making plans. Ricky also flagged down a vehicle going by and explained the problem to the people in the car, who said they would call when they got down the road and had a signal. And then about a half hour after that, she flagged Woody Harrelson down, and he gave us a ride. No, not the real Woody Harrelson, but this guy looked very much like him. He was a landscaper with a nice pickup truck, all sorts of weed whackers in the back, and a trailer with a couple of mowers, one of them being a big zero turn. So we sat in the back of the truck, and it looked like we were going to get run over by a zero turn at any moment. So he was a very nice guy. He rode us all the way to the hostel, right to the front door. And then we got out and shook hands and parted ways. It was a very nice ride. So we got there, we got a room for the night. We got to Walmart, and made a plan for the next 3 days. They dropped us off 11, 12 miles from the hostel, going southbound, because that's where we were headed anyhow. Just would have taken another day. We would have slept in the woods. So that's where we'll hike to today. That's the plan. And there's a nice waterfall to interrupt my rambling conversation. It's a beautiful spot here today. It's probably going to rain this afternoon, but who knows? The weather forecast is rarely accurate. And if it does and we get wet, we're headed to a dry place to sleep, and a heater and a fan, and we'll be okay. And then tomorrow we're going to do similar, just from the other direction. They're going to drop us about a dozen miles north of the hostel, and we'll walk back. And then the next day we'll wake up and they'll drop us off in the same spot that they dropped us off to hike back, only we'll be hiking northbound at that point. And we'll be on our way again. But we'll have had 2 nice overnights and nice meals. We went out to a restaurant last night and only ate about half what we ordered, so that we've got a meal for tonight in case we get in late. And also thinking ahead, we had them make us a couple of sandwiches for this afternoon, so we each have a nice restaurant-made sandwich in our backpack instead of the usual hiker food. And what else? And I guess that's it for today at the moment. I'll see if I get prettier things to look at. Not that Ricky walking up the trail isn't bad, but what am I thinking? What else? What else? Oh, I wanted to get a shower last night, but I didn't. But I knew I was going to be able to get one tonight, so I'm not that worried about it. Just time and stuff. When we wanted to get out and eat, it was easier to just do that. And a nice full meal at a restaurant is usually preferable to something in the bag, food bag. So, yeah, that's enough for today. Well, for now anyhow. I'll try and click down a couple times during the day today. Sorry about yesterday. It was, video-wise, it was a short day. And I already explained the reasons for that. Right, again, it's Wednesday, June 2nd. And we're at about between 330 and 340. So that's not bad. Made it past the 300 mile mark. I hope to get way past the 500 mile mark by the time I'm done. We'll see what happens. Alright, bye bye.